Hi everyone, for tonight's Nightcap and review, I'm having some water and I'll be reviewing Hoarding Gold by Kiera Reynolds. Now this is a book I received as an ARC, but of course I'm going to give my honest opinion. These are the tropes and these are the content warnings. Now I will say in the author's book, she doesn't list any content warnings. I don't know if that's going to be what happens in the final copy. A lot of things can happen between the ARC and the final copy. But these are the things that I noticed, and I would say that even with those being in the book, I don't think like I don't like to say they're not going to be too triggering because everyone has different levels of that could trigger them, and that's fine. I understand that. But for me, it just seemed like this is a shifter book. It's a standard shifter book with, yes, on page unaliving, some gore, violence, and such like that. So, but I don't think it was glorified in any way to be extreme. So, but keep that in mind. If that's not something you enjoy, that's fine. That's why I list it. Now, I will say I'm giving this book 3.5 for me, and I'll get why into that towards the end. But what this book is about is it's kind of like a mashup between Goldilocks and the Three Bears as well as Robin Hood. So, elements. So you have the female main character who is the Robin Hood in this situation, where she broke into a company one night to basically steal from the rich so that she can donate it to people in need in the local area. Thing is, as she made a clean steal, but as she's leaving, unfortunately, she is hit over the head and she comes to in the basement in a cell in the same building. Standing over her are the three owners of the business. They are first mystified as to how she could break in because they're supposed to have the best system. So, but they quickly make her an offer of that she can't really refuse, where if she works for them to strengthen their system, they will give her a bonus and give her a paycheck, basically put her on payroll. And while she doesn't necessarily like working for the corporate overlords and rich guys, because she sees them all as corrupt, she knows that with her money, she is very frugal, that she can put that money to good use to offset it. And also, she doesn't want to go to jail. So she signs on along with her hacker friend, Lex, who also helped her sign up for this. So they are both working together to strengthen the company's security so that its goods and such can stay safe. The thing is, she's not the only one who has secrets she wants to keep hidden, like her night escapades. Her three bosses have their own secrets that they're trying to keep hidden as well, and they're trying to not let her find out. But all four of them are attracted to one another, or at least drawn to one another, and things are going to happen, and secrets are going to come out, and things are going to get hairy. So, what are my thoughts on this book? Like I said, I am giving it 3.5. This was a solid shifter book. I did enjoy it. Again, you have the Goldilocks aspects of it, which I thought were so cute how she sprinkled that through the book. Like you got like little instances of like a meal be them going like, "Oh, this is too hot, that's too cold." It was charming to see those little snippets. So I did enjoy that. You have the Robin Hood aspects, which I did enjoy. However, I would say for the female main character, she is very much, I don't want to say leaning into it, but she is very much in her Robin Hood era where it's like she sees all rich people as being corrupt. Doesn't matter what they do with their money, even if they were donating it all, which these gentlemen proved to her that yes, they make a lot of money, but they started from nothing. They did work through to the top and had to combine businesses, not to have some big corporation, but because there's safety in numbers that you find out in the book that they needed to merge to be a bigger, safer company. But also that they are taking their proceeds, and yes, they have some luxuries in life, but they are doing what they can to give back to the community. And I would say at times she is very rigid in her belief that even when confronted with this evidence that not all bad people, which there are a lot that she proves in this book that live up to or live down to her expectations, but when she is confronted with real proof, she still kind of is not wanting to believe them. She's still wanting to paint them, excuse me, as the evil guys in this book, as the evil corporate overlords. So I will say at times that did stop me from fully enjoying the book, at least when it was from her perspective. This is a multiple POV, but You do find out later in the book that some of this is due to a trauma response, which makes you understand her as a character and adds depth to her, but that doesn't come to the end. So leading up to it for a good portion, you're just a little bit exasperated by her. Just like, these are guys you're supposed to be connecting with and falling in love with and building a relationship with, and you're seeing them as the bad guy, even though you have evidence that they're not. So, but again, I did enjoy, especially when I was reading from the males' perspectives, the male main characters, they were enjoyable. One was such a teddy bear sweetheart that you would expect him to be. One is the grumpy, I would say he's definitely kind of the morally gray one. And then you had another one who was the strong leader, kind of rigid but willing to bend. So you kind of, like the book, you got a little bit of everything, the hot, cold, and just right. That's what I'm thinking. But the men were enjoyable to read. I did enjoy her reading about her friend Lex. He was definitely a no-nonsense type of friend who did hold her accountable, though sometimes he did also fall into the same rigid beliefs, so that it did invoke the same kind of feelings as it did with the female main character, but that's probably why the two of them got along and were best friends. But all in all, I did enjoy this book. I'm giving it 3.5. Right now, it is showing on Amazon that it is releasing February 14th, so soon, but as a paperback. I do not know when an ebook version will be available, but right now on Amazon, it is available as a paperback. But if this sounds like something you're interested in, check out the paperback or add it to your TBR and see if it comes out as an ebook. So I hope everyone has a good night and happy readings.